Blog Talk Radio.
Call my home, sunny war no more, live in shalom. Only 144,000 of Jacob will make it in. It's Christ your friend, no need to pretend. Here's the question: did you walk in faith or did you walk in sin? Did you keep the law or did you pick and choose? Did you tell the truth about who's the real Jew? There's no excuse, you had the clues, but you closed the book and turned on the news. And when Christ breaks the sky, every satellite will fall from space, hit the earth and die, and then fight after disaster from the master. Puzzle faces looking for the rapture. True, the dead in Christ provides birth so they can partake heaven here on earth.
American dream, a family, a dog, a picket fence, and a house that is clean. That's the pursuit of happiness is led me astray. The root of evil is money, it ain't the most highway. 144,000 will bask in his glory. Life is an apartment building, cause there's more than one story. I accepted the most high, and what was I on? Data past like Mike, and I'm the future like LeBron. I follow the commandments, cause the most high said so. Red Bull and Xbox will get your wings in a halo. My people is blind, and it's making me sick. Just because you repent ain't putting you on that list. Ain't no cutting the line, ain't no paying the dough, man. Don't matter if you're rich or whether you're poor, man. If you're obedient and you're filled with the faith, then the upper room will be your final resting place, and that's heaven.
The throne of the Father, you still sinning, don't even bother. You not going if you follow Sean Carter. A little word, he another Carter. From Obama back to Jimmy Carter. America not Babylon, it's just the daughter. Told us looking to die trying like 2/4. Son's gonna die, you make it call a martyr. Don't elevate your mind and it cross expansion. I want a room in a heavenly mansion. Don't try to figure out your path, don't let it do you. You can play it back, I'm not trying to confuse you. Poetical prophet, truth that be the gifted. Cerebral technician, the microphone I lifted. Think you're using faith to get in, you can save it. Signing off quad to 6-foot David.
Let me tell you what it feel like. Real right, so I'm back in the feel like. Examine yourself before the judge come in the heat of the night like O'Connor. So I'm gonna show you how to live it when I spit it through the spirit. Hope you feel it. This is the spirit that teaches when you hear it. So when it's deaf ears, it's deaf there. So don't step there. But self-rearrange and let the Most High change you, my brother. That's what I utter with them dead bone tang. You them the strange fruit that used to hang. Now spitting out truth for the youth to change. To see us like heaven. When them guns down, when the word is your weapon, and the Lord who you reppin'. Not Baal, but our master in heaven. And there's no more jails for the nation. That's heaven. That's heaven. Heaven.
And it's the music of the Israelites right here on Blog Talk Radio. You can find them at YouTube.com. And just go ahead and check that music out with a little taste of the old school Ohio players. Heaven must be like this. Oh, yes. All right. Well, good evening, good afternoon, good morning to you and yours wherever you are on the World Wide Web. You are listening to Let's Talk, brought to you by the Men Empowered Radio Show on the Blog Talk Radio Network at blogtalkradio.com. My name is Maurice Heron, also known as Malachi, my Hebrew name, and I am your host for another edition of Let's Talk right here on Blog Talk Radio. It is a December the 30th, 2012. If you would like to join in on our show conversation while we are here live, you can hit us up at 347-205-9279, or you can chat with us right there in the chat room at Blog Talk Radio. So if you are ready to make a comment at any time, you can press 1 on your phone and we will plug you right in to our show conversation. And as always, our office here at the Men Empowered Organization is area code 504-484-9388, as well as our email address is menempoweredtoprosper@yahoo.com. And yes, we are on Twitter.com. And we are no longer on MySpace, as well as yours truly, Maurice Heron, is not on Facebook.com anymore. So today we are going to go ahead and get into the Book of Jasher review, chapter 10. The Book of Jasher, chapter 10. And just want to let you know, for new people who are very well joining us all the time, want to let you know, where in the world did he find the Book of Jasher? I do not see the Book of Jasher in my Bible. Of course you don't. They took it out of the Bible, but I can give you a reference. You can find it online. I am reading from the. What is the publisher of this here? Let me just kind of give you a. I am reading who is published by the J.H. Perry and Company, the Book of Jasher. Interesting read on the Book of Jasher. Let me give you the reference where the Book of Jasher is mentioned in the King James Bible that you have. And it is, you can find it at Joshua chapter 10, verse 13, where Joshua talks about the Book of Jasher. Also, it is written in 2 Samuel, chapter 1, verse 18. 2 Samuel, chapter 1, verse 18, where the Book of Jasher is mentioned. Now, the prophets of old had to study the Book of Jasher that was put out. And remember when the Most High told Joshua that he had to meditate on the word day and night, that he will have good success. And this is one of the books that Joshua had to meditate upon. It tells a complete story. Now, we are on getting ready to go into chapter 10 now. So you can see a lot of stuff that is not mentioned in the book of Genesis. You get the understanding of it because it tells the complete story of it compared to what Genesis said. It's kind of like giving a different account of Christ. You have Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. All those have the same accounts, but some are just kind of slightly different because they witnessed this part or that part, or the Holy Spirit gave them this to say or that to say, but they all mean well. Now, what would it be if you didn't have Mark, Luke, and John, only Matthew? You would get you would get a smaller perspective, but it would be the truth, but you will only get a smaller view. Or from Matthew, you'll be looking out of Matthew's eyeglasses, so to speak. So the book of Jasher is just that way compared to what Genesis had to say about in the beginning. So you see a lot of things. We've been reading a lot of things about Nimrod. We found out how Nimrod wanted to kill Abram, which now is Abraham. And you know the story behind that and how he was hidden in a cave along with his mother. And Abram gave Nimrod another child, and he killed that child and thought he was killing Abram. But we know that the seed came from Abraham, and we find out why Abram was was going to be murdered by Nimrod was because Abraham possessed the seed that would come from him. Okay, now what it would be like if Abraham was not born. Oh, I don't even want to know about that particular situation, but the Most High always prevails. So we are going to go ahead and get into the Book of Jasher. Want to give a quick announcement, our regular announcements. You can find my elders at the Gathering of Christ Church. That's GOCC, so to speak. I shortened them for briefly, the Gathering of Christ Church, GOCC. Now, they are here on Blog Talk Radio 5 days a week. And you can find their website here at Blog Talk Radio. That's www.blogtalkradio.com/GOC Church. That's GOC Church. You spell out church all the way. CHURCH. GOCCHURCH. That's their tag to find them on Blog Talk Radio. Now, you can also find them at their website at www.gatheringofchrist.org. They are in their second day of the Hebrew Academy, or the second week of the Hebrew Academy. It's every Sunday at 8 a.m. Central Standard Time, but you've got to be registered in order to get into class, and it will behoove you. Today would be the last week for you to register for the Hebrew Academy, which I am a graduate of. So in order to find out more information on that, you can send them an email at gatheringas1, the number 1, at AOL.com. And they will give you all the information how to register and how you can get into that class. But after this Sunday, it's all over. You got to wait 3 months after that to get into the new classes that they're going to start within the next 3 months. All right, that's the Gathering as One, the number 1, at AOL.com. And they are on the air at Blog Talk Radio 5 nights a week. Now, also, you can find videos, study information at their website, as well as YouTube, and you can also find information about the church at Ustream.com. So that's about all. Also, I'm going to go ahead and let you know that we are going to have a special session of CSI tomorrow, Crime Scene Investigation. We're also going to talk about the movie that is just out with Jamie Foxx, Kerry Washington, Samuel Jackson, and a whole list of others. Great movie. When I saw the movie yesterday, I saw revelation coming to pass. There are some biblical things in that movie that I am going to reveal to you tomorrow on our show. So that's CSI, a special, the movie Django Unchained, Revelation. We're going to talk about what things we saw in that movie that were biblically true. Oh, we're going to get into it, and it will surprise you that if you don't even know. But I saw revelation coming about in that movie, and it was something else. So you're going to get some revelation on that. Also, we're going to talk more about the seed of promise in CSI as well. And I'm going to touch on, I thought I was going to do it today, but I'm going to probably go ahead and do it tomorrow. I'm going to touch on the holidays that we've just had and getting ready to have. What is about these holidays, and what does the Bible have to say about these holidays? A lot of people still want to wish me Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, and you're not going to understand that because I was once caught up in that. But now that I know the truth about the holidays, I don't celebrate these holidays, which we kind of coined the phrase of holidays. But the Most High has something to say about that. To give you a taste of that, you can go to Jeremiah chapter 10, verses 1 through 6, and that will tell you about why we do not celebrate Christmas. We are the children of Israel. Now, for all the saints that are not in that particular line of the children of Israel, you are known as Gentiles, and there has a significant blessing for you to follow the Bible or the God of the Hebrews. So he engrafted you all into this spiritual Israel. So for you to be spiritual Israel, you've got to be outside the children of Israel, which is the 12 tribes of Israel. That will make you a Gentile. The people here in America, the slaves that were brought over from Africa, which originally came out of Israel, this particular prophecy can be found in Deuteronomy chapter 28, verses 15 through 68. So for more information on that, read your Bible. Don't let anybody tell you if you are who we call an African American, a descendant of slaves, or if you are a Haitian, or if you are from Jamaica, or if you are from Cuba or Puerto Rico, or if you are what we call a Mexican, Latino, or if you are Native American from the tribe of Gad. This make up the children of Israel. Or if you are an Aborigine from Australia listening to our show, or if you're from the islands, the Hawaiian Pacific Islander, you are from the tribe of Naphtali, and that is part of the tribe of Israel. So we are looking at that, and that can be, I discuss a lot of that on the identity theft on our show, CSI. Okay, now we are going to take a break, and we are going to get into chapter 10. You can hit me up while we are here live at 347-205-9279, and we will be right back, and we're going to go into Jasher chapter 10.
You don't understand, see, you don't get it.
People don't understand, man.
I'm a free man, and I don't mean just out of jail. I am
They just don't
free at
understand
last.
Boy, Jackson, man. More mad than ever. How many more, man? My boy, my brother. We gotta get out of stop, man. We gotta get free.
I have
Gotta put a stop to it. We gotta get free, man. Gotta get free. We can't keep doing this to us. This tale is ill. The autobiographic is real, so I share it from deep in my memory film. 11/40/35 inscribed on his khaki suit. I set a cross from my brother, trapped in a sterile room. Different families around, attempting to heal wounds. Conversation by the hour for dark souls to soothe. But this case is different. It's telling treacherous niggas. Cowards my brother trusted that became his false witness. Picture this, a small town, locale with southern states, and that serves as the framework that outlines the case. A murder took place, victim of another race. She had status and spoke to governors face to face. More fuel for the flames of supremacy and hate that blacks will never escape without God's grace. On the court date, they brought him in shackled, he took the stand. Third black boy being charged for death by one hand. An argument in another state that wouldn't have a chance. But the Commonwealth of Kentucky is a southern land that still got problems with brothers from the motherland. They judge us not by character, but by skin. But in this case, it was one Negro head. They said similar to his in the car when she disappeared. Funny, how many blacks got similar hair? We unlucky. Evidence they used when they argued at trial, but never tested DNA and put it on file. It's all foul and wow. 50 years they gave him. Throughout trial, never showed his involvement with the slaying. Just hearsay from inmates and the main suspect.
You don't understand. You don't get it. I'm a free man, and I don't mean just out of jail. I am free at last.
Gotta get free, man. Be more substantial evidence, man. Testimonies from local bums in a segregated city is the evidence they used to convince the jury committee. But really, that's only the second level of injustice. The first level was the lie detector test they shuffled. The main suspect failed too. But detectives lied to the judge to get a warrant through. For who? You guessed it, my brother's name in the loop. The table now set for Southern hospitality soup, and they be cooking black boys by ones and groups. Straight out their youth, they stamp them by stretching the truth. But don't get it twisted, I hate anything that's corrupt. But when the government is guilty, tell me who can you trust? Now 14 of the 50 years, my brother is done, and never had nothing to do with the death of the gun, but was violently prosecuted by a snake with a tongue. No wonder we burn with hatred like the rage of the sun.
Let me ensure that I am through walking on the wild side. That's all I've been trying to tell you. I have been sick with the social ills.
Welcome back to Let's Talk, brought to you by the Men Empowered Organization right here on the Blog Talk Radio Network at blogtalkradio.com. We are going to go into the Book of Jasher, chapter 10, right here on Let's Talk. The Book of Jasher review right here on Blog Talk Radio. That was music by Rare Jules and my man Clarity, who was interviewed right here on this particular show, Let's Talk. You can find him at www.myspace.com/2020Clarity. That's KLARITY. And that is a true story that he is singing or rapping about. That is his brother that he was talking about, who is incarcerated in the state of Kentucky. Outstanding individual, very gifted in the things that he do. Okay, now the Book of Jasher, chapter 10, verse 1. Now, y'all going to have to bear with me with all these Hebrew names now, because it's something to pronounce when you hadn't been around this all your life. And Peleg, the son of Eber, died in those days, in the 48th year of the life of Abram, son of Terah. And all the days of Peleg were 239 years. If you want to join in with us real quick and make a comment, we're going to go ahead and get into the overtime. You've got about 90 seconds to hit me up at 347-205-9279. And I apologize for being late, but we're going to take the show all the way up to about a quarter till the hour. And at that time, we will be finished. All right. Now, when you see all these names in here and they giving you begot this person, begot that person, this is the records. This is the book of records with all the genealogy that is in there. Now, you might say, well, why we got to know all these names and why they got all of that? This is to give you record of where you all came from. Not only is the Bible the book of instructions, but the Bible is a book of records. All these names that you see in the earth today, all these names that you see in the earth today are records. You know, like when you are born, you have a birth certificate. So when you see all the names in the Bible, when you have all the names that are mentioned here in the Bible, this basically is giving you identification where these people came from. These are not only just names that you just see in the Bible, it is the records, the birth certificate of the people being born in the earth today. Like I said, we are in chapter 10 of the book of Jasher, and you can find the book of Jasher mentioned in the King James, which is Joshua chapter 10, verse 13, 2 Samuel chapter 1, verse 18. Now, in Jasher chapter 10, verse 2, and when the Most High had scattered the sons of men on account of their sins at the tower, you know the tower we just got through out of chapter 9, which is the Tower of Babel, and that is was ordered by Nimrod. Okay, now the sin at the tower, and you also know that Nimrod comes from the line of Ham. All right, Ham, Cush, Mizraim, the Egyptians, that's their birth right there. All right, going on in verse 2. In verse 2, and when the Most High has scattered the sons of men on account of their sins at the tower, behold, they spread forth into many divisions, and all the sons of men were dispersed into the four corners of the earth. All right, and verse 3, and all the families became each according to its language, its land, or its city. Verse 4, and the sons of men built many cities according to their families in all the places where they went, and throughout the earth where the Most High has scattered them. Verse 5, and some of them built cities in places from which they were afterward is exploited, and they call these cities after their own names, or the names of their children, or after their particular occurrences. Verse 6, and the sons of Japheth, the son of Noah, went and built themselves cities in the places where they were scattered, and they called all their cities after their names, and the sons of Japheth were divided upon the face of the earth into many divisions and languages. Verse 7 of chapter 10, and these are the sons of Japheth, according to the families of Gomer, Magad, Madai, Jamah, Tubal, Meshech, and Tyrus. These are the children of Japheth according to their generations. And the children of Gomer according to the cities were the Frankum, who dwelt in the land of Fransa, by the river Franza, by the river Sinai. Verse 9, and the children of Rapha and are the Batona, who dwelt in the city of Batona by the river Lidai, which empties in its waters into the great sea, Gilon, that is oceans. Verse 10, and the children of Togarmah are 10 families, and these are the names. Now, this is the birth certificates. These are the names. You know, if you look at your birth certificate, you will see your father's name as well as your mother's name on there. All right, verse 11. And they called their cities after their own names. Those are they who abide by the rivers Hatilad and Italak unto this day. Verse 12. But the families of Angola, Angoli, Balgar, and Fusana, they dwelt by the great river Dumni, and the names of their cities are also according to their own names. All right, it would behoove you to name whatever right after your own name, you know. All right, the verse 13, and the children of Java and Javani, who dwelt in the land of Macedonia, and the children of Medarah are the Olan that dwelt in the land of Kusan, and the children of Tuba are those that dwelt in the land of Tuscana by the river Parsha. Let me stop right here and make a comment while it's on my mind. Remember in the movie Roots, remember when Alex Haley, played by James Earl Jones, remember when Alex Haley went to his tribal village where his forefathers came from. They had him sit down and they had him list the names of all the people in that generation, where they came from. All right? Now, remember why he said that he had to listen to all those names as they went through, and it was so long, until he found out that when his father's name came up, he did not recognize it. But when he said that the son Kunta Kinte was one of the sons that was taken away and was never seen again, boom, a light bulb went on, and that identified his family, and he had found his family. All right? This is just like when you really find out who you are in the Bible, you find out where you came from. But we were told something else to make us lose our identity. But we found our identity, which is right here in our own book, the book of the Bible, written and translated by King James, who is a Hebrew man. So King James, and that's another story about the Moors. Maybe one day we will get into that, about the Moors in Europe. Europe is not what you think it to be. But back in those days, you had the people of Ham as well as Shem running things back then before Esau came to being and now is running things in the world today. Okay, just a little side note on that. And the children of Melchik and Sheba and the children of Tiras are Rusha, Cushni, and Ogas. All these went and built themselves cities. Those are the cities that are situated by the Sea of Jebus, by the river Kura, which empties into the river Tanga. And the children of Elisha are the Almanis, and they also went and built themselves cities. Those are the cities situated between the mountains of Job and Shebat Moor. And of them were the people of Lumbernah, who dwelt opposite the mountains of Job and Shubamo. And they conquered the land of Etiah and remained there unto this day. Now, let's look at this. I want to find out where this is. They conquered the land of Atalia. That's Italia. Where is that located? Now, you can see that all this is in the continent of what we call Africa. And look how close Africa is in what they say is the Middle East, but actually it's still on the continent of Africa, connected to Africa. But look how far that is going up into Italy. Make you want to do some more research on that. Okay, verse 16. And the children of Shitna are the Romania, that's Romim, who dwelt in the valley of Canopia by the river Tibrat. Now, if you find the rivers, if they're still named by this will kind of give you a clue. Verse 17, and the children of Domina are those who dwelt in the city of the sea Gihon, in the land of Bondina. Verse 18, these are the families of the children of Japhet according to their cities and languages. When they were scattered after the tower, and they called their cities after their names and occupances. All right, just like where I'm at in Forest County, Mississippi, as well as Orleans Parish, Louisiana. You've got St. Tammy Parish. Where did that name came from? You got Terrebonne Parish in Louisiana. You've got Monroe Parish. You've got all these parishes, which is from the French. You've got all these parishes named after men or women. You've got in Mississippi, you've got all these parishes like Harrison County. Who was that named after? You got Hancock. You've got Jackson County. You know, Andrew Jackson. This was part of the Confederate States of here in the Deep South. In Alabama, you got Mobile County. In Florida, you got Escambia County. You know, all these names were named after people. Escambia is a Native American name. You got Kissimmee County in Florida. You've got all these counties, a mixture of English names as well as Native American names that are on there. All right. So verse 19, and the children of Ham were Cush, Mizraim, Phut, and Canaan, according to their generations and city. All right. All these went and built themselves cities as they found fit places for them, and they called their cities after the names of their father, Cush, Mizraim, Phut, and Canaan. Okay, now we are going to go ahead and stop right here before Blog Talk Radio throws me off the air. But just want to remind you, we're going to pick this back up next Sunday, right here every Sunday at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. And we are going to let you know, and we're going to complete the Book of Jasher, Chapter 10, and we're going to get with that next Sunday. Don't forget, tomorrow on CSI broadcast, we're going to review a little bit about the movie Django Unchained. We're going to give you some revelation on that movie. Just seen that movie yesterday evening, and it was a good movie. Saw some revelation, saw some history in that, and I will give you some scriptures on some of the things that I saw in the movie. Until next time, my name is Malachi, right here on the Men Empowered Radio Show. Until tomorrow at 5:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, shalom, everyone. We will see you here tomorrow.
I know who you are. Yeah, I say I know who you are. Yeah, come on. We stiff-neck, we wild, we on the corner, wildin' out. We ignorant, we proud, rebellious.
I know who you are, boy, you need some help. Open your mind and free yourself. Truth and knowledge overpowers wealth. Put education on the shelf and take a second look and see which route you took. Fall in love with a bunch of crooks and forget you're the children of that book. To the enemies they told you, made you believe anything they told you, and left you with two decisions. You could choose death or choose religion. But you fell off Jacob's ladder and chose to listen to the master. Got caught in the devil's rapture. Now your life is a whole disaster.
Yeah, I said I know who you are. I know who you are, and I know where you're going. We stiff-necked, we wild, we on the corner, wildin' out. We ignorant, we proud, rebellious.
We're the only ones can't see it. Got a truth but don't believe it. Cursed with being disobedient to the days enslaved in Egypt. Then Moses said, let my people go. Still we act like we ain't know who was our father. We didn't even bother to listen. And not to mention we blatantly worship others. We went from one to another. We threw stones at our brothers. When they was trying to just bring us back to the truth, there's nothing wrong with that. Like Stephanos in the Book of Jasher. All he did was take it back.
Yeah, I said I know who you are.